Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to talk about the 2021 Ford Mustang Mach-E. So, I know this is kind of old news. I think this got announced back in December of last year, but better late than never. So, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to compare it to the Tesla Model Y because I think that's its biggest competitor. I don't really know of anybody else that's announced it really that is making another really substantial for electric SUV crossover kind of thing. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So let's start off with the big key points of this 2021 Ford Mustang. So as you can see here, they are claiming it has a 300-mile range, a mid 3-second 0 to 60 target, and it claims that it's going to get 47 miles in 10 minutes on a average DC charger. Cool. So I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, is it a Mustang? Is it this?" I'm not gonna worry about that. I will talk a little bit about the design though. I do have some things that I like to say. So I think that Ford is really smart. I think they really are. I think that Ford is one of the smarter companies I've seen. Most companies, when they make an electric car, their electric car is usually some hideous little garbagey little hatchback that nobody wants, or what we call, yeah, hatchback that nobody wants. I mean, look at it. For instance, let's go to Chevy. Chevy's GM is a big brand. Let's see what they had at first stab. There it is. There's the hideous monster itself. I mean, I get it if some people like it. It's also $36,000. Woo! And I don't even think it comes with all-wheel drive. That is poor. So here it is. This is Chevy's attempt of an electric car, and well, it's not really too exciting. I think that's a really good description of it. It kind of just looks like your average Toyota Myra or whatever, any little small hatchback. It's not really exciting. Nobody's like, wow. It's like, oh wow, okay. I mean, it is cool that it's electric, but yeah, I don't know. This is definitely a lot more. Sorry, I'm getting a little sick, everybody. um, this is definitely a little more exciting. It definitely has some more exciting design. It definitely has some more exciting numbers behind it. It's definitely a more exciting car. And it's definitely a competitor for a Tesla Model Y. And I think that's also another reason why Tesla has been trampling everybody else in the electric car market, is because everybody just makes terrible little hatchbacks that nobody wants to buy. And Tesla's the only one that's figured out and said, "Hey, let's make a car that's actually cool." So there you go. And now Ford has finally caught on to it. Thank the Lord. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, this is how it looks. It has some design from a let's see if I can get where's the 360 view? They had you can turn it and stuff. Oh yeah, it's in reserve now. If you go to reserve now, and then you come over here, you just click this one. That one looks nice. So here it is. So I'm gonna talk about some of the. So it does take some design cues from a Mustang. The easiest one to spot are the tail lights, and also the Mustang badge, obviously. The tail lights are very, very similar. The tires are very small. I'm gonna guess the tires are so small so that it has better mileage, because the less contact you have with the road, the better your gas mileage is. Less friction, all sorts of stuff like that. So if you look at it, you can see that the tail lights are the same. You can see that the hood actually is the same. The hood is the same. You can see the little bump, the little vents, kind of I don't know if they're not vents, the little indentations in the hood right there. That's the same off a Mustang. I think the headlights aren't the same. Headlights are similar but not the same. I think that's about it. Oh yeah, and the body has a similar body line to a Mustang, although it is a little longer. It's about from about here all the way to here is the same body line, and then that's kind of increased a little bit, but the body line's about the same. So yeah, I mean it's really not it's a good looking car though. I think I like the Model Y a little bit more. I think it looks a little bit sleeker, but this is definitely a pretty cool looking car. I definitely buy one. I would definitely consider it if I was gonna buy an electric SUV. This would definitely be on the chopping block for it would be there. It'd be on the list. So let's see. Let's come over here. So they have a bunch of colors. That's cool. That's good. Colors are good. I think that Tesla actually has less colors. That is important. Let's see. They have a fair amount of colors. Yeah, they're not as many as I thought. I thought they have like a blue. They do have a blue. Yeah, it's not very blue. It's kind of a gray. So just out of curiosity, exterior, the colors they got. Yeah, 5. Oh wow, Ford got way more colors. Ford got 7. Watch out. So Ford has more colors. I don't know if that means that much, but they do. Let's see what else. So okay, yeah, this is another thing that I liked. So if you come and look at the interior right here, something that I think that is really cool that Ford did is I think the interior is really cool. So I think that was something really cool they did though about the interior or with the interior was this massive screen. I think that they got it a little bit off Tesla and a little bit off Ram. So they kind of mashed the two together because this is very similar to how a Ram truck screen would look. Like if you've ever gotten it here, I'll even show you one. Just type in Ram. No, there it is. I think I already typed it in. Yeah, so right here, here's the Ram truck screen, and you can kind of see. Look there, look here. The Ram truck screen. Look, they even have like little dials on the side. Now, I think that one thing that I'm not a huge fan of, but I think will be interesting is if you look inside this, you can actually see there is a little bit of a, it may be screen, it may not be screen. I don't know. I haven't actually seen it yet. But if there's screen inside that, and then this moves, and then that screen again, if you break that, that's going to be really expensive to replace. But definitely a very cool looking screen. We'll have to see how the infotainment system actually acts because they're really hit or miss. Either like Tesla, from what I heard, Tesla has had some hits and had some misses. I think right now they actually have a pretty good one. But I've heard that they had at one point they had one where it was really glitchy and it wouldn't work very well and it was really a mess. Other than that, they have a screen right here that tells you 0 to 60, or not 0 to 60, your speedometer and all of that when you get 0 to 60. That's something I do like, is that if you ever look at a Tesla, that's something I never really liked a huge amount about Tesla was if you look at it, you'll see the screen is so they go for a minimalistic kind of design, and all your speedometer is right here. So you have to look to the right, not straight ahead. I like being able to just look down a little bit and seeing how fast I'm going, not having to look over and seeing how fast I'm going. So they have a couple things. So this does also have all-wheel drive. They set it up here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. They give you the rear-wheel drive numbers, and also they say this is $7,500 tax credit. So keep this in mind. It says it starts at $40,000, but you get a $7,500 credit in return. So that's pretty big. So that definitely lowers the price down quite a bit. I have a couple videos. I'm going to show you the video in just a second. So okay, so here we go. Mid 5 second. Wait, what? It said up here. It said extended range. So they have different models. So the extended range model, I think, extended range rear-wheel drive is supposed to get 300 miles. And then if you come down here, targeted range rear-wheel drive models is going to be 230 miles. And it's at mid, oh, is this for the Select? Oh, this is for different ones, I see. Ah, okay. I understand. So, alright, so the GT Actual will get less miles because I guess it's faster. So the California Route 1 is going to get the best one. It's going to be 300 miles, mid 6 second. It's also going to be the slowest one by a landslide, by a whole second. That's big. Yeah, that's definitely really cool. This car is definitely very, very interesting. I think that Ford is gonna sell a fair amount of these. It has also a frunk, as you can see. we'll go ahead and they have a video. I'm not going to play the audio on the video, but I'm going to just show the video. The video here, it shows you, just going to skip ahead. So they're right now on this this ice test track. And it's really cool because they're just showing the all-wheel drive system. And I think that it is important to know that they're doing this with these little bitty tires. And also, no, I wanted to stop the video, not exit full screen. Whoopsies. Come down here. The battery is tested down to negative 40 degrees. That is big because the thing is that batteries and cold are two things that don't work well together. What they have to do with Teslas and stuff is, and if you ever own a Tesla, is that you have to. They recommend that you start the car in the garage 15 minutes before you leave, because what happens is it has a radiator in it, and it has to heat up the water because they have loops that heat up water, and they warm water up. So that what happens is it runs past the batteries and it warms the battery up. So that's why they want you to warm it up a little bit when it's really cold, is so your battery will warm up a little bit. But if they're able to test this all the way down to negative 40, that tells you that number one, their battery heater is very, very good. Number two, that it's very impressive that they're able to just get to that point, because they have to keep the battery at a certain temperature or else it just isn't good for it. It will like freeze up and stuff. So that's really, really cool. That definitely is that's important. I don't know if a Tesla could do negative 40. That would be interesting to know. So yeah, definitely, this is definitely a really, really cool car. Mid 3 second 0 to 60 is very, very quick. That is encroaching on supercar territory. At that point, 47 miles of range. Yeah, keep this one 47 miles of range in mind. That's important. Keep that in mind. So wow. $13,900. So yeah, you could definitely save some money on this, not only on gas and just getting money back from the government. That's really cool. So let's come over here. I'm going to now start comparing it to Tesla Model Y. And so this is definitely, Tesla Model Y is definitely a very, very cool car. I'm a bit of a fan of it. I think that it is a good looking car, but I can't really judge. I can't really say which one's better yet because this obviously hasn't come out yet. Now this has. You can go and buy one right now if you want to. Let's see. So that's safety. So I don't believe this one has 7-row seating. So the Tesla does have a couple little advantages on Ford, unfortunately, still. Just a couple. They're not quite evenly matched. You can tell the Tesla is just a little bit. It has a couple extra little features that make it just a little bit better, maybe a bit of a better value. So it has 7-row seating. That's optional if you want to. So you can pop the seats up in the back, and I believe that is not possible in the Ford. I believe this is only 5-row seating. I believe it only has 2 in the front, 3 in the back, and that's it. So that's one thing. So if you have more people, you can fit more people, and a lot of just regular SUVs, not electric SUVs, just regular SUVs have a back row seating. So they're definitely trying to make it more like just regular SUV. So I'm telling you here that Ford matched Tesla with a 3.5 0 to 60 time. That's important. Also, it has the all-wheel drive, 2 independent motors. Let's see. So then this one unfortunately is the kicker. And one thing that unfortunately, if I had to pick between this Ford and the Tesla, at the current moment, I may lean towards the Tesla, and it's for this exact number right here. The 14,000 superchargers that they have, the network of superchargers. I think that there will be a point when Ford and other companies will invest in it'll probably be some sort of a fund or something. They'll come together and they'll make an agreement with how they're going to do superchargers, because every car manufacturer can have a supercharger. That would be insane. That would never work out. But they need to have like some sort of a system where the superchargers, the chargers that we have for the normal car are faster or something, you know. But this is another kicker: is it has apparently 15 minutes of in 15 minutes you can get 168 miles, which is a lot more than in 10 minutes you can get 47 miles. That is a lot more. 168 miles that's big. So you could probably guess that you'd probably get about 100, I'd say 100 and some change, probably about 120, 115 miles in that 10 minutes on a supercharger. Then again, you have to remember this is a supercharger. I don't know how fast a supercharger charges, so this may be a little bit deceiving because you can see here Ford is gives you it's going to be 47 miles in 10 minutes on your, I think it's 150. I don't know what the number is, or the whatever it's called, the charging, yeah, kilowatts, and on a DC fast charger. I don't know how much that supercharger is charging. It could be charging at 300 for all I know. So that would make a big difference. Here's our autopilot. I think the autopilot's important. Unfortunately, it is. I don't think it's quite there yet. I think it just needs some more time. I think right now also they have the $7,000 full autopilot, which is very cool, and it changes lanes and stuff for you. But again, so there's your cup holders right there, and there's your screen. Definitely a very minimalistic interior. I don't know if I mean, it's definitely cool, but I don't know if I like that as much as the Ford interior. I think the Ford interior is definitely really, really cool. Expensive glass roof. Yeah, the glass roof. Again, I've read about those glass roofs, and the thing is about Tesla is that Teslas are really cool and really great looking cars, but if you ever, scratch one or dent one, or God forbid smash something a little bit, or you break that glass roof, you better get your paycheck out, or you better get the wallet out, because it's gonna be huge. The amount of time and effort it takes for them to fix that glass roof, like I was reading about them, and they said, like, for them to fix the glass roof, they break it like half the time they pull it out. So if they want to pull the thing out of the car, they break it half the time. So if you break it half the time, then you have to buy the entire glass roof. So a lot of the times, if you break even just a little piece of the glass roof, you have to pay for the whole new roof. So that's just something to keep in mind. It definitely, though, gives you it's definitely really cool to see that glass roof. So here's the specs. So Ford actually did beat Tesla in the range. It has a 300-mile range, which, I mean, by 20 miles, it's not a huge difference, but it's definitely, there's a difference. So it's the all-wheel drive, same all-wheel drive, long range, 20 performance, same thing. I think the 3.50 to 60 is important. Very, very cool. So if you come over here, let's now look at pricing. Pricing should be pretty similar. Say I want to order it and reserve now. So we can compare this now. Okay. Oh, so I stand corrected. The Tesla Model Y has not come out yet. Production is expected to begin late next year. And if you come over here to Ford, real quick, just come on back. You can see that Ford is also shooting for the same thing. Ford is claiming they want to start. End of next year. I don't remember where it is. It said somewhere. I probably blew past it, and I'm probably blind. Yeah, there it is. Reserve now, coming late 2020. So there you go. Same thing here. Wait. I'm gonna guess that when they wrote this, I'm gonna guess when they wrote this was last year. So it's probably gonna come this year, late this year, not next year. So there we go. Let's compare. So I'm gonna go ahead and see they're sneaky about it. They include the potential savings, but you have to come over here. So this is the purchase price. This is how much the car actually costs if you just buy it straight up. So if you come over here, they have 4 trims here on Ford and only 3 in Tesla. So you have the Select, the Premium, the California, and the GT, and Tesla you have long range, all-wheel long range, and performance. I think that adding a 4th trim would have been a good idea, Tesla, but up to you again. So they start off with, and you see they don't include the $7,500 federal tax cut. So it starts off at $42,895, and this one is $48,000. So Ford did beat them out a little bit on the price. A Ford is cheaper than a Tesla. That's not too surprising, and that's actually a good thing. I think that Ford will get some more money and some more sales because of that, because they're just not they just have a cheaper product. So we come over here. So now we're coming over to the premium. So a whole thing up starts at $50,000. So almost a long range, just a little bit more expensive than long range. It's it has some nice features. Do they go on? They do. So it gives you sunroof, heated steering wheel, memory seats, 360 camera, park assist, stuff like that. You come over here, and then the next one up, and they match each other. California R1 edition. That's the same thing as the long range right here. They're literally the exact same price, $52,000, $52,400. Then they have performance or the GT, and that's $6,500, and this is $61,000. So a little cheaper on the performance, but I think the big price difference is right here between the Select and the long range. I think that them being able to bring the price down by $5,000 is gonna be crucial. So yeah, that's definitely, I think that Ford definitely made some good decisions with this Mach-E. I think that it will definitely, I think that definitely some they'll sell some cars. I would definitely go and test drive one at least at the dealership. That is very, very cool. So yeah, I think in conclusion, I think that Ford has a really, really good car in their hand, really good idea. I think whoever said, instead of saying, hey, let's make a terrible little crappy hatchback like everybody else does, let's make something awesome. I think whoever said that should get a raise, honestly, because that was really, really smart of them. And I mean, it's a good looking car. I think in red it looks nice. It's a good looking car. Also, another little quirk and feature of it, if you come over here and you look in the gallery. That was not the picture I wanted. Do they show you this one? You can probably see it. If you look here, you can't really see it. It's black. They don't well, you can actually. You can't. They don't have door handles. There's no door handle here. It actually has a little plastic, or I think it's metal, but they have a little handle right up here. Can't really see it. Let's see if I can get a better picture of it. But it has a little metal handle, and you can see that it has like no door handles. Yeah, there it is. You can see the little piece of metal. You just pull on that, and that's the door handle. It's definitely a really cool design. I think that will maybe better aerodynamics or something. I'm not sure why they went for it, but it definitely is very cool. All right, everybody. Well, if you agree, disagree, tend to disagree, want to share how you disagree or agree, please make sure to comment. And if you disliked this video or liked it, please make sure to like or dislike, and also please subscribe for more videos like this. Other than that, everybody, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.